What was the question?
If you could have any ninjutsu, which would you choose?
What was the one where they just blow up?
I don't know if I'm familiar.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one.
Are you talking about the data run, the clays, the pigeons?
I don't know. Alex was telling me about a clan that just like when they use their ninjutsu, they blow up.
Fuck, the whole praying mantis jutsu.
Yeah, it's probably like some filler or some movie or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
I remember this vaguely. He was talking a lot about it. They're like living in a tree or something, or they turn into a tree or something. I don't know. Yeah, I really don't.
What a cursed power.
Yeah, it was a curse. It was
I'll
a
see you guys
peace.
peace out.
Peace out, man.
I always like the like summoning jutsus where they brought something up.
Oh yeah, summoning jutsu.
I really liked one dude's where he could control, like he could trap you with shadows and shit. I was always a big fan.
Shikamaru.
But if anything, if I could get anything from that universe, it'd just be what Rock Lee.
No, don't even say that because that's
No,
just
hell no.
That's just
Before this, what would you summon?
What would I summon?
Yeah.
Personally, like maybe like a turtle or something. Like like an otter. Like an otter would be cool, like a giant otter.
For me, it'd be like a giant bird of some sort because then you could ride that.
You can fucking ride a giant otter too.
Okay,
It's a magical otter who says it can't fly.
Okay, you got to go to Texas. Have fun taking your otter there. Like,
You're gonna fucking ride a bird to Texas?
well, a bird could be like dragons are. A type
We're
of
talking
bird.
about a magical summon that doesn't have to abide by any laws of physics whatsoever. Like,
And you're telling me I can't have a giant bird?
and you're telling me I can't have a giant fucking
can't.
magical.
I'm just saying you can fly everywhere. You can only swim some places.
I'd argue that I can do both because it's fucking it's.
Oh, you can swim through air? Is that what you're gonna tell me?
What do they use in their fucking universe? Like, what's their fucking magic resource? Fucking
Chakra.
Chakra. Yeah, you mean to tell me like they can't just make that bitch fly and
Oh, it's a chakra swimmer. Chakra swimmer. My bad.
swim? Fuck it, I'll just have an animal. I'll just have a fucking magical ditto.
Okay,
as
but
my
let's
summon,
go back
and
to
now I
why
have
you would
everything.
choose taijutsu over summoning.
Wait, hold on. I'm picking an axolotl. You get listen. Once you go sage mode with your thing, you like gain its like powers and whatnot. Like I'm gonna be regenerating like.
Okay, I didn't realize
That's
that.
smart.
That's part of it.
That's smart.
I didn't realize that's part of it. All I can do
Smart.
is swim and crack rocks really well.
God damn it.
Damn.
We
But-
rolling?
We are rolling. Welcome back to another episode of DWD Trapcast. Let's introduce ourselves. We got a good episode today.
Levi.
It's Dre.
Nick?
And Dub's your host. Let's go. We're going to talk about Epstein and how he touched those kids.
Yes, finally.
But as most people know, these documents have been coming out. Okay, so the interesting thing to me is that the documentaries have been out for a while, of course. No one's saying he didn't do the things that were accused, I feel like, right? It's just the extent of that. And these documents that are getting released that were like part of the Epstein File Transparency Act or whatever includes over 3 million pages of just pure text and then like over 2,000 images, a shit ton of videos, right? Of course, all the like graphic things you would expect or like, I guess, want to see because it would validate some of these claims. That stuff's all been redacted. But the evidence that's like still released is very interesting to see. Like just off the top of the head, like Netanyahu's mentioned 837 times in these documents. And it's just like stuff like that. Like Donald Trump's been mentioned in the documents over 3,000 times. And with him specifically, it's super interesting because like the Department of Justice has come out and like wrote statements of basically like, remember, these don't mean he's guilty. And they've taken like this heavy stance of like, for the first time, they're like, he's not guilty. He's innocent. Remember, guys, he's innocent. He's innocent. When every other time the Department of Justice hasn't made these type of statements, you know, it's just interesting. I'm not saying one way or the other. It's just when it's displayed like this, it looks like a shit show.
That's because there's probably a bunch of the heads of that Department of Justice, you know what I mean? Also in
That's the thing. You got to remember, how many people were appointed by Trump, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like this. Like, oh, God. There's the theories that he ran on the position that everyone involved he's going to protect. You know what I'm saying? And like most people think that all of our lawmakers are a pedophile one way or another, and it's seeming to be that way. Sadly, like it's it's one of those things that like 10 years ago, the craziest conspiracy theories have been proven true. So like when you come at me with another crazy conspiracy, it doesn't sound crazy to the things that were already true. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
I mean, we were 16 and we knew that 9/11 was an inside job,
Yeah.
trying to tell people older than us, like, that you realize, like, that wasn't terrorists, right? Like,
Well,
and like,
it's a different generational thing because like I've said I know we're a little bit different, but still thing like the generation above us, our parents, our grandparents, people in their 50s, 60s and stuff like that, they grew up in a super patriotic time point to where like people were actually proud to be an American. And like I can see where they would be like, I couldn't fathom our own country doing this. Us, we grew up in the scandalous America. My fucking first president's getting his dick sucked in the Oval Office. You feel me? And that's just the tip of the iceberg.
We grew up in the generation where we could start being honest about what these people have always done.
That's exactly my
and
point.
That's gonna become
And I
more
think
prevalent, I
like,
believe, in the next 10 years.
the technology is a big point of that. Like these atrocities always happen. It's just now it's more availability consumed. Everyone knows this shit's happening. Like the Holocaust, it took so long for the Americans to even believe this type of shit was going down because they can't have proof. We're seeing videos of us like drum striking people or whatever the fucking
well, you
thing is.
couldn't go viral
Like,
40 years
exactly.
ago,
Like
you know what I mean?
everything's caught on camera, so it's easy to see these little slip ups. It's easy to see Ted Cruz like in pornography post on the internet, social medias. It's like, well, 10 years ago you couldn't see that, you know what I mean? But now you get to pull back the curtain. We're like, oh yeah, these people are just regular people are putting up on pedestals as fucking idolizing like celebrities and like they're politicians. You should never idolize a politician. Like
50 years ago, if you wanted to do some satanic cult shit, you could literally just go out in the woods and do it. Now there's like a million cameras between you and the woods.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
right. There's this one website I want to talk about. It's called Jmail. It is what you would think it is. It's Jeffrey Epstein's email, but it's cool. I'm going to show you guys this once it loads. This guy basically compiled, not all of it yet, but he's building it as it goes. He compiled what it would look like if you were logging into Gmail as Jeffrey Epstein. So these like documents you're seeing of the email text and stuff load up as straight up emails and stuff, and so you get to see it. And like you can search up like from such and such and like that, you know. And it goes as far as to where like you can see his like.
How do we know if any of this is legit? Like, are you able to like cross reference some of these emails with shit that's already out there?
Exactly. Yep.
Okay.
So like basically, it's just like a UI thing because you can just browse through those documents right now that are released on the DOJ website and stuff and see like emails printed off. You know what I'm saying? But like this just makes it an easier way to consume. And there are a couple where I like searched and shit like that just to see if they were actually real.
It basically acts like the Wikipedia for those.
Yeah,
for
I mean
those
because
emails
it
in
just
the
makes it
form
a
of,
little
like,
bit cooler of a fun way to look through it because it's easier this way.
Yeah, I can understand that.
It's got, I don't know how to access it through here, but some way on this website as well, you can get to like his iMessage where it sees the text messages and shit that he sent as well. I was going to talk about, we're going to have to do a second part episode to this because I didn't get enough time to research everyone I wanted to research. I told this part to someone else. I don't know if it was you at work or not, or one of my favorite things I read from this part is this email of him explaining the situation between Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton, where Bill got a call and Hillary was like hysteric on the phone, like screaming at him. And I don't remember the year on this, but it was right around the Lebanon issue that she was involved in. And she's screaming at him, "You got me pregnant. I can't believe you would do this. You know this is not a good time. I can't believe you were like unsafe and unprotected." And first off, that pissed me off because it's like you can't put that 100% on just the guy. Like, what do you mean here? And at this time they're married. You know what I mean? So like, what are we talking about? Like, it takes two to get pregnant. You know what I'm saying?
I'll put it this way: as someone who actually has who was raised by 3 different aunts who all personally knew Hillary Clinton and understood her philosophy, Hillary held that over Bill Clinton's head ever since.
The pregnancy thing or what?
The pregnancy shit with
No. So Hillary
you're saying this between Hillary and
Hillary's
Bill,
pregnant.
Right? Yes.
So or was pregnant allegedly, according to this email.
Okay,
but so she's like, I'm guessing she got the abortion, obviously, because no one's seen this kid. But so she's screaming at him for a couple minutes, right? And Bill, a couple seconds silent, goes, "I'm sorry, but who's speaking?"
Oh my god!
And that I was like, "What a legend, bro!"
Full disclosure, I was thinking of something else entirely.
Oh no, you're good.
Yeah.
But that I was like, man, the idea that it could be anyone besides his wife is fucking amazingly hilarious to me. Even if that was fake, that's a funny fucking email, and like it seems to be real. Like these aren't like stories. It drafted emails or sent or received emails from Epstein's official email account. One of the things people have been talking about is the Bill Gates thing. This is one where I didn't do too much research because he's another one I want to do a lot more onto. But see, I'm going to stay with this. Like, I do think Bill Gates is up to some bullshit, okay? But the things that people are saying right now, the story goes that Bill Gates had a prostitute on the Epstein Island. The prostitute gave him an STD. Now, allegedly, Jeffrey Epstein helped get antibiotics that would help cure/be resistant for Bill Gates' wife, Melinda. That way she wouldn't get the STD from Bill. Now, this is all laid out in these emails, but these emails weren't from or to Bill Gates. It was from Jeffrey Epstein to himself. And along with this, there were these fake letters of like him pretending to be Bill Gates, but trying to act like he was resigning from Microsoft and shit like this. And what it's seeming like is that this was a bunch of dirt he had on him and was using it as leverage against Bill Gates, but it never publicly got out there because Bill Gates bent the knee. So that's one of those ones where it's a story you hear, but it's nothing like there was actual communication. You know what I'm saying? The Elon Musk thing. The Elon Musk's different because there's actual proof of emails coming in and out, you know? Those ones don't prove anything damaging because all those emails include are like attempts for Elon to hang out with them and getting blown off by Epstein. It's like, hey, I heard you're throwing a party, tons of beautiful girls, I cleared my calendar. No response from Epstein, you know what I'm saying? But one thing that is damaging is, I fucking forget the country. There's one where he messaged Epstein and goes, I heard you're going to be in like Belarus or something throwing a party. I will be there the same weekend. We should link up or some shit like that. Or like, I'll make sure to be there so I can attend your party, right? His daughter, Elon Musk's daughter, has now come out and said, I don't know what he did, but we were there during that time period. We did leave the country to go to that location and we're there for a week. You know what I'm saying? She's like, I personally believe all these claims against him are true. And I'm like, it's one of those things that's from your own kid. It's like, damn, this is like more damaging or like, I don't know. It's more serious than all these other accusations.
Hasn't Musk's daughter like?
Well, first off, he has so many kids. Like, how many fucking kids did Elon have?
He named one of them after a spaceship.
Dude, they all have crazy names.
Batman.
Wait, is one of them actually named Batman?
No.
Oh my God, I hope not.
That's the way you brought it up.
Elon Musk has 14 children.
Jesus.
Half these I cannot pronounce, but we'll go with Vivian, Arcadia, Damien, Azure, Exa, Griffin, Kai, Nevada, Romulus, Saxon, Selden, Strider, Tau. This is the one I don't know how to pronounce. This is the one that was infamous for a while because it was one of his newer ones, when it's just a fucking bunch of symbols. Like, I don't know if you know who Grimes is, but Grimes is the mother of that child. And it's
okay.
I think they just like call this kid X. Like, I believe that's the name the kid goes by.
The fucking. I mean, I'm sad Batman's not a name. I'd rather have that than fucking Tau.
One of you is obviously my favorite. I'm not going to say which one. Is it me, Father? The one with the random symbols for names?
Well, I like how some of these...
The one who's named after the most hated franchise in 40K?
Some of these only have, like, singular names. Like, Romulus is only Romulus. Saxon is Saxon Musk. Kai Musk. Accent Musk, Griffin Musk. Then you got Arcadia, just solo, only Arcadia. But I know a lot of his children have like disowned him type of deal, even before this type of shit. Just like they're always like, oh, he's such a pompous douchebag. He doesn't care about his family. Obviously, he has 14 kids. He's not spending days with them. Like, just saying. There's no way. But so the Donald Trump stuff, that's what I did the most.
Full disclosure, I meant faction, not franchise. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. The Donald Trump stuff is what's one of the most interesting things to me because obviously he's our president. And like, oh man, it's crazy because like there's so much back and forth with it where he goes, no, we didn't really talk. And then like you have decades worth of photos of them talking and being best friends and stuff like that. On multiple interview or like leaked recordings of Epstein while he was alive, him saying that he is close friends with Trump. This is before the presidential election. And saying he had enough evidence to take him down if ever needed be. And so when you hear that type of shit, like, it makes it easier to believe everything else. You know what I mean? There's a very famous story. There's this girl, it's just Jane Doe because of redacted files and stuff like that. But allegedly, let's see, what was it fucking back in the early 90s? Find it.
I'll be real. I haven't really kept up much with the Epstein stuff ever since I felt Trump kind of fumbled the ball the first time around, just releasing this shit when he said he should have. But that's that's a whole other topic. My big question. Oh God, don't let it slip right now. My big question. What was my big question? Damn it. Go ahead and keep going.
No, you're good. So 94 is when this allegedly happened.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
The big question I have is there anything in here? I might be jumping ahead. Is there anything here in relation to the Clintons possibly getting prosecuted for this information? Because I heard something in relation to this where they might actually be getting talked to by the feds because of this.
Yes, actually, they just recently agreed because they've been like, I don't want to say avoiding, but they've been delaying. But the whole case has been delayed. They're getting subpoenaed. And they agreed to do a deposition, and I believe the deposition is going to be this week. Not all the time, but a lot of times those deposition videos are public or get leaked because it's bullshit. Like, they're always bullshit videos anyways because they're basically trying to get you to admit something before court ever happens. That way they're like, oh, we can use this evidence or some shit, right? But, like, I don't know. Depositions are fucking stupid.
I heard from a couple of sources there was something to that, so I just wanted to verify to be certain.
No, like, and they both have came out now and said that they're going to be participating in the deposition.
Okay.
And that was one of the things I always thought was interesting was Bill Clinton has been an advocate of releasing all the files redacted. And he's constantly saying that. And that's to me is like, okay, he probably did fuck around. He probably did fuck prostitutes and whores, but he didn't get fucking these, like, he didn't fuck these kids, you know? And he's like, I don't want to be broke with this. Tell him I've slept with prostitutes. No, you know what I'm saying? Don't assume I'll move these 12-year-old fuckers over here because it seemed like that's happening. Like,
that's a huge part of it is that it has to be gone through like meticulously and separated on like.
And like the amount of people.
But there you go,
that
Trump
are
fans.
involved
This is
in
close
this
you'll
case.
ever get to putting Hillary in jail.
That's a whole nother thing because that was like.
Yeah, that's why I said it's the
Like,
closest they'll probably get.
I don't want people to think that I'm a Hillary defender or anything like that because I do. Think
And I'm
she
just
still,
making jokes.
No, I agree, but I still think like she needs to be prosecuted for like all that email shit. Like that's just insane. Like breach of national, all that shit's crazy to me.
Yeah.
But it's like every year we top it off. It's like now those deleted emails don't even see like a problem when you had like Trump flushing documents down his fucking Mar-a-Lago property. It's like, what are we talking about here? That's insanity. Like, and that's such old news where that doesn't even seem like that big of a deal. Like
when the fucking president and the elites are running a fucking illegal pedophile fucking trafficking ring, it's like, okay, leaking fucking national safety bullshit isn't that big of a fucking deal when literally our youth is at fucking stake. Like,
but so back to the first Trump accusation or whatever. It's a 94. Allegedly, this girl got trafficked by Epstein to Donald Trump, where she was assaulted, raped, whatever, by Trump and then Epstein later, when she was 13. And this is interesting because this came out, the girl came forward late 2015, then he started running for president, and that case got withdrew because of fear or some bullshit. Like basically, the girl decided not to take it to court, and because of how that is, any evidence in that case can no longer be used in further cases. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there was a settlement paid, but it's just one of those interesting ones right there. And like we see all these photos. There's already tons of fucking photos of Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago or the Epstein Island at the fucking beach house. I don't know if people know this. When they had islands or houses in Florida, they were like 3 houses down from each other. They're like best friends on this little fucking getaway key of Florida before Epstein had his own island type of deal. And then eventually Epstein had his island, and that's why he's always like, I've never been to that island. You know what I mean? No, but you went to his New York estate and fucked underage girls there. Like, location don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like that, we're not fighting about that. But who's the other one I want to talk about? Oh, I already said it before. So Netanyahu, I said, is listed a lot in them. The previous prime minister, Ehud Barak, don't know how to fucking say that name, but the prime minister of Israel before Netanyahu, very close friends with Epstein. Multiple times have been documented together. The dude stayed at Epstein's house every time he came to New York. Like, you stayed in his guest house. Like, that's how good of friends they are. You know what I mean? Epstein has gone on and bragged on record and stuff, and like these leaked audios that we have now, saying that, like, I'm the reason he got elected to the power he is. You know? There's this very, dude, this story is crazy. There's this theory now that Epstein's still alive, hidden out somewhere. More than likely Israel's the thought, but that could just be on some bullshit. But there's this 4chan green text story. This is crazy when you start thinking about this. It's like, oh, 4chan, how true could that be, right? Guy was apparently a security guard at the prison where Epstein was being held. He made this post basically saying, guys, I'm freaking out right now. An unmarked van came into the facility. They didn't sign in. Nothing was recorded. That is very against procedure. We're supposed to take the tags down and plates down for every vehicle coming in and out of this. It's a federal fucking prison. You know what I'm saying? And they said a military man got in. It looked like they went into the Epstein cell. Someone left. And he's like, I think they swapped the bodies. And then an hour after this 4chan post, they announced that Epstein has killed himself in his cell. It's like, okay, that's a little creepy thing to think about, right? Dude gets doxxed. The 4chan anonymous poster gets doxxed. Finds out this guy is an actual prison guard there. Mm-hmm. Guess who's dead now? Dude, it's insane. It's like, what?
Well, they're fucking saying that Epstein and the fucking person that created fucking 4chan were
so
like knew each other.
That's the other thing, is that they're saying that he was very good friends with Moot, who's the anonymous user that's the creator of 4chan, like that's all thing. Allegedly, they're Epstein's who got /POL/ created on 4chan, which is their political subforum. And here's another crazy thing. I don't know, I was telling him this earlier. There is now a little bit of evidence leaning towards Epstein being the creator of Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, the creator that we like, all we know him by is this moniker Satoshi, right? Satoshi has this iconic profile picture that, like, when he makes a new account on like a throwaway thing, he uses the same picture of basically, you guys seen Squid Games? This is how I would explain it before. You know Squid Games?
Yeah.
You know that black mask? It's just like polygon black mask. Mm-hmm. It's like that, but like chromed out silver, right?
Okay.
Well, that mask and then a hood over it is what the Satoshi symbol is, basically. Every time you see that, you're like, oh, it's the Bitcoin guy, right? And these files and images that were released the Friday, January 30th, you got Jeffrey Epstein putting on that mask. Now it's like, okay, that could just be a mask, right? You have lots of memos and emails of him referring to himself as Satoshi. Dude. And like, this guy, like, to put it in this perspective, he is already always on insider trading. There's an email that's infamous right now because, like we were saying before, he has a lot of ties with Activision. He was emailing people, telling them, guys, my close contacts at Activision have just confirmed with me that they have finished their Battle Royale mode a la Fortnite. It's going to be released in their next Call of Duty game. I would recommend investing in Activision immediately. I'm investing $1 million to start. And it's like, okay, you see shit like this, you know how he operates. Like, you know, he's running a fucking sex trafficking ring. Why wouldn't he make an unfucking block, like a blockchain? You know, why wouldn't he make Bitcoin? It makes fucking sense. It is literally for the criminal underworld. Mm-hmm. Like, dude, when these start adding this shit up, it's like, this is nuts. Because it's like, it's not even saying, like, going into crazy theories. It's just showing you what's true. And you're like, fuck me, dude. Is the Pizzagate shit real? Is this real? Like,
it's all real, man.
So you're saying he created both Bitcoin and Satoshi?
No, Satoshi's the moniker, like the name of the creator of Bitcoin, because that guy's anonymous. We don't know the actual creator.
Because I was always under the impression that even though they operate under the same chain, that Satoshi and Bitcoin were considered two separate coins. Like you could actually trade Satoshi for Bitcoin.
There's probably a Satoshi coin, but like no, the Satoshi's like who the creator of Bitcoin is, but there's no person behind that name. It's just a username, basically. You know what I'm saying? But that's been crazy. And I don't think it's a coincidence necessarily, but since these documents Friday have been released, we also had a government shutdown. The government's still shut down right now. Because of this, all these like things happening, Bitcoin is crashing hard, but not just Bitcoin. All cryptos are crashing like in a way we've not seen before. There's these rumors going on that China has made synthetic gold in a way that's actually like makes sense, where it's not like ridiculous conversion and shit like that. And it's like, well, what does that mean? Well, the gold and silver prices have been crashing very hard. Like, actually have been crashing. Theories or not, they've been crashing hard. And that's one of those few things, and this, I've always said it's fucking stupid, but always people invest in that. That when the US dollar crashes, you'll have your gold and silver value. Well, when China can print out gold, your gold means nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh shit. To like, oh, well, they can't make gold. We accidentally just converted lead into gold using the Hadron Collider not too long ago. So this it's not too far out of the realm. You know what I mean? And it's like, and
I'll put it this way: pretty much anything China do, they've been able to cheat off from us. So odds are, if they're able to do that, they're going to have to work off that technology.
And it's one of those things. It's just like we were saying before. It's like, dude, our country, like a lot of economists are like, the U.S. dollar is about to have the first rug pull. As a country, we're about to see a collapse because our economics is going to go into shambles. And it's like, well, that might be overreacting. Billionaires are liquidizing all their assets right now. Blackwater, or Black whatever it's called, the fucking multi-trillionaire company, fucking oil and shit or whatever, they've liquidated all their Bitcoin.
I thought they were a contractor company.
Blackwater? It might be. I don't remember how they have their fucking money, but they're like...
I figured it was private contracting. I didn't know if it was...
It makes sense. Oil. No, I was just saying oil. I have no idea what their fucking money comes from.
No, but you're on the right track. Go
ahead. You're good. They liquidated all their assets. All you're seeing is people... Oh, this was the other thing that happened over the weekend. I feel like it's a big reason why Bitcoin's crashing. Like, over 1,000 crypto key wallets got leaked. And so people's anonymous Bitcoin wallet is now linked to certain people. And I don't know the extent of that leak, but it was a shit ton of like accounts that got leaked. You know, like thousands and thousands. When I say thousands, I mean like tens to hundreds of thousands. You know what I'm saying? Not just like, 1,200. No, like a lot of Bitcoin accounts that are supposed to remain anonymous now have like public tracking of whose that money is. And it's like, okay, that may be smart for like, you know, like, oh yeah, you should see where the pedophile ring's going. But when you're thinking about decentralized currency, it defeats the whole fucking purpose. It's like, oh, my data can be hacked on this fucking unhackable blockchain? Why have it there? Why put $10 in there when it's going to crash 30% the next day? You know what I'm saying? It makes no fucking sense. Jesus Christ. I'm on tangents now.
Nah, it's good. Honestly, more people need to be talking about this type of shit. People need to be doing more research.
Yeah, let you know you're investing, man.
Well, it's also, it sucks because it's like, we can't do anything about it. Like, that's the sad thing at the end of the day. It's like, we can't fucking change the pedophile ring in America. Like, we can't take out all the politicians. Like, to see that change, it would be some drastic ass shit.
My point on the whole affair is that if Trump wanted to avoid, you know, the drama behind this shit breaking out as much as it did, he should have released it when he said he was going to. That's half the reason it's blown.
No, 100%. And that has always been another sus point of the thing, is because they kept missing deadlines for this, even when they passed the law, even when this happened.
When he tried to act nonchalant about it when he was questioned was what really shot him in the foot. I heard he tried to come around on that shit, which is why we're getting a lot of what we're hearing right now.
I mean, as an individual, you might not be able to do much, but like as an entire nation, like people can continue spreading awareness. You can keep putting this information in their face. Like we as the people can start demanding actual things get done to them. You know what I mean? Like even the people that run like the judicial system, there are still good people inside of it that also probably want justice for the same thing. It's just all about not giving these people peace.
That's the problem is that like even if a majority of people do want change, it's the powerful people that don't. And that's when you have just such a fucking, like, what do you do? Like, it's just like Epstein, when you follow his course, like, everyone who gets accused or is involved somehow just goes missing, killed, suicide, blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, obviously this is corruption. Like, you can see that this isn't just patterns. You feel me? Mm-hmm. But they can't do anything. The case goes cold. This goes cold. It's fucking professionals doing this shit.
Yeah, and to circle back around to my original point on that, and this is why so many people were so invested in Trump when he said that this was his number one goal when he was running for presidential office. So the fact that he decided to shut up about it at the 11th hour.
The Epstein hour releases?
Yeah.
I agree with that.
That was shitty.
That's another thing.
Even if you made up for it, there's no walking that back.
Yeah.
That's why you're dealing with this shit.
Just needs to take a few pointers from Nepal. You know what I mean? Just go and drag some people.
Trump was like their one chance to actually change that.
Like
a
lot of people are going to get hurt. A lot of people are going to get pepper sprayed, shot, killed. Like people are going to get their lives fucked up over it. But like, if you eventually do hold the people accountable and do punish them for their actions, it's like, it's going to cost people a lot because they're the people in power, but eventually...
Everyone just has too much different ideas of what should happen, and that's where it would, like, let's say for some, like, dystopian world, we start a civil war, right? I don't think it'd be two sides like you were saying. Like, it would end up being, like, 5 different sanctions.
15 different
It'd be like fucking the North Dakotas, and it's like 4 fucking states up north or some shit. We don't want no one on our land.
And then you're going to have 5 different fucking teams
California
in that because
itself,
they can't agree on something like abortion or something.
No, exactly.
I would add an addendum to some extent. Like my prediction, if that civil war were to come to pass, the same territorial disputes would happen, but I think the clear divide would be obvious, at least in my opinion. When it comes down to it, it's going to be communists versus the Americans.
I think personally,
how you interpret that is going to depend on which of those sides you choose when it comes down the line. That's probably the easiest way I can say that.
I think people just need to mob up, build a fucking guillotine outside their fucking houses, and straight up, like, if you had anything to do with the pedophile or trafficking ring, like, sorry.
I agree with that, but like,
no,
I
know you guys probably didn't plan on talking about the Minnesota shit, but part of the reasons I am kind of pro ICE right now is so that we can, like, we use this as an example to instill, like, to the rest of the country that we need to have standards again, even if they have to be mild, even if we don't have to do what's going on in Iran right now at the exact same fucking time. I won't even get into that shit. We don't even have to go that far. I'm not even saying we have to go violent, but I am saying when shit hits the fan and we ignore shit because we let too many things slide for too fucking long for one reason or another, shit ends up happening where somebody has to end up cleaning that mess up. And Minnesota, to me, is that example where if we don't have a standard for anything, people can just do whatever the hell they want. They can still, we can elect people who will allow, like, just thousands of people to steal billions of dollars from us and hand it off to God in taxpayer money to God who knows where, dude. And a lot of that comes down to the fact that we just don't have a disciplinary standard for anything. The fact that we can't even get this fucking obvious fucking pedophile, who I still stand by the record didn't kill himself. The fact that we can't figure out the truth about him is due to the fact that we have no standards for anything. It comes from the top to the bottom.
To me, it's
unfortunately, it affects the protests we have to deal with now.
You would like
we don't have to get it any further.
That case is like getting worked on. Like, yo, this case has a big scope. Of course,
Tim Walz is
fucking
fucking guilty.
But it's like, dude, is that the one who the 11-year-old?
No, Tim Walz is the governor of Minnesota.
Oh, okay. There's one in the Epstein things where I wish I would have researched this one more too, but I did have time. Dude, basically a political figure in the United States got this 11-year-old pregnant, and allegedly the 11-year-old gave birth, and then I don't know what, but the baby was killed, I think drowned in the lake or some shit, and allegedly Trump was involved in that or knew of it happening or some shit like that, right?
In Lake Superior or whatever? Yeah.
And then this is like stuff that's in these emails, but it's like, dude, still no one's getting charged. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we know he was trafficking people. What about all these people what about the client list? You know what I'm saying? That's not been released yet. But they have this list of people they know were paying to go to this island. Like, why has there not been a single arrest of this?
Exactly. Like why aren't feds, like, storming in on their fucking houses and locking
And that's the thing. It's like,
out?
you would pray, or, like, hope that, like, there's a RICO. One day, there's just going to be 70 fucking 100 SWAT teams going across America, kicking your fucking politician in the face and arresting them all in one swoop. That's like, I just don't think it's going to happen that way.
I dream for that.
Like,
honestly,
no,
like,
exactly.
I wish that. Like, that is the America I want to believe in.
Exactly. Like, I would hope that that's what's getting worked on in the background. Like, that's why this has made so long of a process. You know, RICO's, I know this isn't a RICO, but, like, if they're treating this like a RICO where they're trying to get everyone involved, then, like, they do it in one fell swoop like that. But to me, it's just, no, there's too many fucking powerful people here. It's going to get delayed. It's going to get fucking railroaded all the way through until it's not even going to be a viable option.
Until the people are dead or so.
Yeah, like, okay, what do you mean now our court date's 30 years from now when this person's 84 and about to fucking die? He got away with it. Like, at that point, he lived his fucking life.
I mean, it's like I keep saying, dude, the person that ran Unit 731 died peacefully in their home.
Just like that.
Like, ever since I learned that shit's fucked me up because it's like, what do you mean you get to just be a despicable, fucking, vile, human piece of fucking garbage? And I had to deal with fucking corruption in the judicial system over a fucking plan.
Yep,
like,
no, 100%.
What do you mean these motherfuckers get to be fucking kids and I had to deal with the cops trying to put me under a prison?
Right.
Like, that's the shit that pisses me off so fucking much because it's like, bro,
you won't
like,
talk fucking judicial system, bro. Man.
Can I add a question to that? And before I even ask that question, I am willing to concede right off the bat that if in some time in the future, if this mindset were to be perceived at anything right-leaning and had the same ethical standards to it, I would still concede to it. Looking at the ICE raids right now, the intended goal of ICE is to go after, criminals who have come into this country illegally, and many of these criminals have been confirmed to not only be hardcore criminals that have gotten off on very egregious fucking sentences, but have also had connections with how they got into this country thanks to the fucking Democrats. Do you think that Trump taking this approach, using ICE, a federal fucking agency, as a means to go after these criminals because the corrupt state government won't do anything about handling this shit, do you think that would be a good step towards handling the corruption from a different point of view?
My thing is,
at least starting small and then working your way up to the criminals, at least on one side. And I conceded at the beginning, if this were to happen against the right later on down the line, I would still concede to those same standards.
Like, it's not my problem with ICE. Like you said, like, I get where we have to keep our border secure. The problem is like, okay, with the Bill Clinton administration, with the Obama administration, with the Biden administration, they deported 3 to 4 times the amount of immigrants that we have, and you didn't have public executions. The fact that these ICE agents are able to like abuse their power.
Are you talking in public executions? Are you talking about those 2 people that got killed?
The Peretti and then the first dude, what was his name? Guy something. The dude back in January, and then the girl Renee.
I have not heard too much about the one in January.
Yeah, see, that one gets swept under the rug all the time too.
Matt, educate me on that one.
But so my thing is like, okay, even if someone's breaking the law, at what point do you get to kill them, right? Because it's like, okay, jaywalking's breaking the law. Do I get to get gunned down?
You get to kill them in one instance. The other one is still highly questionable because the evidence is in favor that the shooting was not justified. It was
the coroner decided that's.
But that's my fucking point. Like, these motherfuckers.
As far as how many times they shot him, you can make that argument. That's why I'm not making the defense for ICE.
That want to work in fucking ICE. That want to work for fucking police departments. Like, you want to get all fucking uppity. You want to get all fucking excited about a motherfucker that can barely afford rent and has to fucking probably like sell a substance or do some fucking small ass petty crime to fucking make ends meet. And you want to say you're terrified of them and that they're the fucking problem, blah, 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 blah. But you won't have the same fucking energy towards the motherfuckers that are fucking kids.
See, that's my thing. And like with the criminal thing, it's been proven by leaked memos.
That's why I say if Trump gets, like, if he ever decides to double back on this shit again and decides to hide more shit that convicts him, that's why I made that addendum in the beginning. it applies to him as well.
I think there needs to be a system in play that takes care of the dangerous criminals that manage to sneak by, but I don't think they need to be like
we all agree like police brutality is a thing, and like my thing is like when people say defund the police, no, don't do that. We need a law and order system. What we need is a better trained system.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have people this trigger happy, and these cops are like fucking psychological fucktards where they're, you know what I mean? They have
They're trained
these power
to fucking
trips.
lie.
And then now you have ICE, where they have even less restrictions to get this job. You know what I mean? Like, and they get to be anonymized. It's like, okay, now you're asking for people to abuse their power or want to abuse their power. Like,
they can't even express their American fucking rights without getting gunned down in the street. Like, what do you mean I can't record you? What do you mean you get to have your face covered and you don't have to have your back?
Don't block the roads. Don't stalk behind them and then start, writing down their private information,
still,
which is half the reason.
One of my biggest fears is fucking martial law.
You can make that same anonymity argument back towards the other side as well.
But now Trump's walking back. He says, no, you shouldn't walk around with guns. It's like, well, that's your Second Amendment.
Literally. And now you're also telling ICE that they're allowed to do no-knock raids on people's houses and shit?
Insane. Like,
you're allowed to come into my house armed with a mask on and I can't do anything? How am I supposed to tell you apart from an actual intruder? What, am I supposed to just wait until you're putting me in fucking cuffs to defend myself? Like, well, okay, so what? Should I wait if an actual intruder comes in to just shoot me in the fucking
I will
face?
100% disagree with you if that shit's not limited in Minnesota. If he's trying to pull that shit across the board with all the other states, then it's a problem.
That's the point.
There's a leaked official document where Trump gave ICE the power. Like, this is the loophole.
Because here's the thing, he could just as easily be giving the left he hates the same power to encourage people to pretend that they're fucking ICE, just like he's afraid.
That's the point.
Yeah.
So people, the new thing that was the leaked document is that Trump gave the power to ICE. I don't know how he has this power. So they still need warrants to go into people's homes. But these warrants no longer need judge approval. They need a higher ICE officer's approval so they can sign their own warrants to go into people's houses on the accusation of removal. And it's just like, that's such a strange and slippery slope because it's like, dude, at any point, like, Department of Homeland Security has made a statement, Kristi Noem has made the statement to the public saying, if you're an American citizen, you need to carry proof of residency at all times. Meaning you should be ready 24/7 to show you're an American citizen with your not driver's license because that's not valid. It's either Social Security card, birth certificate. It's like, what do you mean I'm supposed to have this on my person 24/7 just so I don't get killed? Like, what?
Next, it's going to be a fucking tattoo for everybody.
No, because that's not technically proof of residency or citizenship. I mean, yeah, it's like I had.
I'm one of those dorks who keeps my card on me.
But
I do too.
Yeah.
A social card?
Yeah,
I do too. I've always been told that
but at
too.
the end of the day,
I have had mine stolen.
Shit.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I was raised knowing my fucking rights. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to fucking give people shit. And now we're living in an America where the president is telling masked people that you don't have these rights, essentially. And like, I agree with Dustin. Like, there needs to be a better training and a better like vetting system for police officers.
You have a right to protest. You have a right to whistle your horns. You have a right to scream right in their fucking face if you want to. What you don't have a right to do is intrude on their investigations, impeding on their job.
That's 100% fair. Yeah, but even if you are doing that,
and I
they don't
just want to
have
put on
the
the record
right to just gun you down.
The two major instances, I don't know anything about the third, but the two major instances involved that situation.
I can agree with that, but I also think that people need to be able to weigh what is going on and react accordingly.
And they are able to do that.
I think that somebody trying to pull away and you needing to mag dump into their chest, that's a problem. The kid that tried to have a shootout with the cops and then tried to break into a car and then ended up getting mag dumped, cool. That needed to happen. What didn't need to happen is a fucking cop running the fucking already dead body over. What doesn't need is a guy like you should be allowed to record. Being told to step away is a proper form of fucking action. Having 6 fucking officers dogpile you and then mag dump into your fucking back while you're laying on the ground, literally not reaching for your weapon.
Not even not reaching.
That's the difference.
Like,
you're preaching at something I already conceded to from the beginning. That the shooting was not justified. That's why I am okay with having an investigation.
So many of them aren't justified.
I want to double down on that Renee Good shit, though, because there is too much evidence indicating that she was not only in trying to antagonize the officer, had no reason being there in the first place, and her wife was in on the whole thing.
The argument
encouraging her to
even
run
if that's
over
the
that
case,
officer that shot her.
It's like, okay, we have
That
to
It says run, because
No.
there's officers
Drive-
coming towards it.
Yeah, drive, baby, drive, as the officer was right in front of him and was
No,
trying to get
like,
her to get her out of the
if
car.
you see
And
that
even
footage,
though,
like the
like-
cop isn't feared his life. He plants down. He could have easily gotten out of the way if he
Are you,
thought his life
are you
was
talking
feared.
about the video where you can see the full cop? I'm talking about the body cam footage.
The body cam that goes up right when he clips into her? Because that
See,
doesn't...
That was
hit the officer who shot her, the body cam conveniently goes up when he shoots
This
her.
is an argument
because
between what
it
is
wasn't
right
attached
and
to
what
him.
is
It was on
legal.
his phone. He dropped the phone.
Well,
He
even if
grabbed
that's
his
the
gun.
point,
But
that
this
body
is an
cam doesn't-
argument between what is right and what is legal. Like, you are right. He is legally in the right to shoot her because, sure, self-defense. She was just a scared civilian trying to get out of the high-risk situation.
No, the whole reason she did that shit is because people like her have been indoctrinated into believing, due to a number of different fucking things, that they're untouchable. They're
I agree
basically
with this.
grown-ass children
I
who
do.
think that the
I
law
agree with this.
doesn't apply to them.
And, like, don't get me
this
wrong.
is a hard lesson to fucking learn, unfortunately.
That doesn't mean that she deserved to die, though. He could have got out of the way.
Nobody said she deserved to die. We're just talking about the pretext of what you should
but
do
like he
in a
had,
situation like this.
he had her face, he had her plates. He could have got her later. It does not mean that he had to shoot
It's
her.
that
down
scale of
dead.
it's that scale of escalation we talked about. It's like there's no reason she had to die.
You remember
You're supposed to
you-
de-escalate as a cop, not escalate.
keep
He
in-
had the
keep
choice
in
to
mind-
go ahead
keep in
and
mind
get
this
out of the
cop
way,
had
or
already
he had
been-
the choice to
just
sit there,
in this
aim,
last
shoot,
2 weeks.
not only
been
shoot
run
in the
over
windshield,
3 times by
continue
different
shooting
people
as she went back.
before Renee Good.
You
ended
signed
running
up
her
for
over.
that job. That's like a firefighter being like, I got burned 3 times this week. It's like, bro, you're the one running into fucking danger.
See, that's
That is his job, but that doesn't mean that
Did you say
means he can't fucking defend himself when somebody is obviously being antagonized.
I hate that the point where they're like, well, he just had this happen to him, so he was in fear. It was like that incident happened,
not
like,
just once, but multiple times against these very kind of people.
well, that
but not
officer
that
And he
person.
restrained himself in those instances.
well, that officer
And he almost got
who
killed the
almost
second
got-
time being dragged down a fucking road.
The officer who almost got ran over, who had that.
This guy
happen in the
almost
past,
died the second
happened
time this
4
happened to
months
him.
ago. Like it was 4 months before the killing.
You're
So-
asking him to basically go into a
Yeah, and
war
so
zone
what
that's completely unregulated
and so you're
because
right.
the local police won't do anything to stop these people.
And so you're right. He's gone through this mentally
do this
shit,
peacefully.
and it has obviously affected him on a level where he can no longer
Keep
react.
in mind, it's not even
accordingly.
ICE's job to deal with these people in the first place. The only reason they have to do this shit is because the feds won't get, not the feds, but the state government won't get involved.
But-
up until recently, to do the job that
I
they
think
were
it's
supposed
people.
to do.
It'll just like, can you sit back and watch
To prevent
people
this
get
shit from
tormented?
happening.
You know what
I want, for the record, I don't want either of those two fucking dead.
No, I know
just-
what you mean.
this is
Trust
just-
me, I get it.
This is just a hard lesson of how actual governments are
I
fucking
agree with
run.
this because, like you said, there's this idea that people can go and protest in a certain way and have this invincibility thing to them.
I mean,
And-
I also want to make one thing clear as an off comment. I know the first time I came on here, I made an agreement with you saying that if you wanted to protest, you should fuck with the feds. That does not mean if they're not justified in seeing what you do as unethical, that they don't have the right to defend themselves against you. And that's when things usually get shitty.
That's where me and you agree.
You have to be careful about this shit.
Yeah, that's my point of it, and that's why I've always said.
Do not
like,
take what I said the first time the wrong fucking way.
like I think she was being stupid in how she went about things, but I don't think she deserved that, and I don't think the cop was in the right to kill him because to me, when you look at the footage, he was never in danger of his life. Like if he thought he literally was going to die, it's insane to me.
The thing is, what happened. The question is, what do we do to stop this, to prevent this?
If you think you're gonna die, you're gonna
And acknowledge the reality of the
Yeah.
situation.
How
For
do we
both
make
sides,
this
that's
better
fine.
in the future? You know what I mean?
agree.
Like, how do we use this as an example to teach those people to not react so recklessly in those high tense situations? And how do we also use this for police and ICE reform?
Mm-hmm.
Like, those are that's unfortunately the side of it. Is
To me, we see tragedy at these happen so often, and I've given up. I've said this before. I've given up on change. When I see school shootings happen so often, you think, okay, surely we all think a 6-year-old getting killed is bad, right?
Mhm.
Oh no, people still feel like we need ARs, and it's okay, at that point, there's no give or take there, right? We're just gonna always have kids die, cool. We're always just gonna have police killing people, cool, because police brutality has been a thing for decades, obviously, and we still don't see any police reform. And it's the same with ICE right now. It's we're seeing this shit. I don't think it's going to change. It's just, that's our system. I don't fucking know.
I hope for change.
I do too, but I just have such a pessimistic and realistic look because, I don't know, the judicial system, we both know it's fucking corrupt as fuck. What are you going to do? You're going to have the people who make the laws change the laws that's protecting them? No.
I think if you got protests and stuff going on
protests
locally,
don't do jack dick. I've
go-
always said that. Like,
go and be a
100
part of
people
it.
fucking screaming in a fucking courthouse don't do jack dick.
Go and do
It does
something with
spread
it,
awareness
you know what I mean?
that you're not alone.
It spreads a
Keep
little
showing up.
awareness, but like, I don't know. Like, it's like, dude, I don't know. I feel like there's just better uses of people's time. Like you were saying, if you're like saying like I don't fucking know.
Just keep in mind this whole protest is happening so Tim Walz can cover up a $2 billion fucking scam.
You talk about the daycares?
Yes.
Yeah, dude, I need to look more into that because I want to see a documentary about that shit, dude.
Well, just look up Nick. Was it? I know two Nicks who looked into this shit. I want to make sure it's the right one. But the guy's name's Nick.
But yeah, that's another interesting situation. I want to see how that one unfolds once the smoke settles. I like to wait a couple weeks because like in the beginning, especially with social media now, it's so hard to corroborate facts from not. You know what I'm saying? So I like to let people do their research, and then I'll look at the research and look at their sources. But they used I don't know, fucking New York Times.
I mean, just look up just mass. If you're not sure of something, mass source. Listen to everybody and then just use your own.
That's the other thing I like doing. I like taking both things.
Make your own judgment calls on something.
Both sides or both point of views, if you would say, and then
even if you're wrong, sometimes that's how you learn.
That's me. I always say that all the time. You have to admit when you don't know something or want to be more educated on it, because if not, then you're just going to be closed-minded, and that's fucking.
There's a reason I kept my mouth shut about Epstein most of the show, just because I didn't keep track of shit past Trump fumbling the ball.
No, you're good.
It became too hard.
I've seen the
I'm glad you did.
The documentary at first, but like as shit was coming out, I'm seeing all these crazy claims. I'm like, I gotta look into these because some are just fucking insane to think about, and it's like, no, here's this proof that shows this is true. It's not hard to say that this is true when this was part A and part B. You know, like
being on the internet since I was fucking like 13, 14, it's crazy how many of these things I'm seeing, and it's like, oh, I remember seeing that 10, 15 years ago.
Exactly.
It's like, wait, that was that crazy. That's that chick, like the chick that's screaming about them eating babies and shit.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that like years ago, and people being like, look at this crazy bitch.
If you guys don't know Pizzagate, you know what Pizzagate is? No. Pizzagate's this conspiracy. Basically, it's that Hollywood elite, celebrities, politicians, whoever, just a high elite society, are killing and harvesting children's blood for the adrenochrome and for life preservation and all this other crazy shit. Scientifically, adrenochrome, first off, can be made synthetically, so it'd be retarded to fucking do this for whatever reason. And then B, doesn't have those effects. It can boost immune systems and shit like this, because basically it's when your blood is rushed with adrenaline, and adrenaline does have its perks for us, but the theory like goes as far as like kids are getting tortured. There's the famous theory that or belief among these people that like their face will get like the skin cut off, they're still alive, and they're left in this frightened, heightened state so that their adrenochrome's at max level and harvested, right? Well, the clip he's talking about, there's this girl who's like hysteric, like crying, screaming, saying, "You don't understand. They're killing kids in there. They're saying all this shit, literally the same shit." Well, she was dismissed as being a drunk, crazy bitch, right? 10, 15 years ago. I believe it was involving specifically the royal family, which there's another character I didn't get to. Prince Andrew is in these documents a lot.
There's pictures of him, dude.
Yeah.
There's pictures of him like laying over a fucking little girl.
Prince
Like,
Andrew being in the royal family. I don't know the whole fucking...
he got stripped of all of his...
Yeah, no, he did. But like, I don't know the family line, but he's someone's fucking son and shit like that, obviously.
Didn't Mel Gibson say that they're drinking their blood?
Yeah, that's what we were saying before. It's like... There's this... Oh, fuck me, dude. It just keeps getting crazier and crazier.
I've seen a rabbit hole with Ellen and P. Diddy involved. And like Ellen, P. Diddy, Jay-Z, they've all been caught wearing this clothing with the face, and that's supposed to represent the bloody child without a face. Yeah.
The Tom
Same
Hanks...
with Wilfred.
Tom Hanks... Oh, dude, he's its whole fucking... This is heartbreaking to see. So he's not mentioned at all in these new documents and stuff, but it is very, 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 very heavily rumored that he was a major client. And Noah was telling me about how his Instagram used to be, and this shit, I looked into it, is true. his Instagram, he would used to post all these weird ass shit. Like he'd post like a 4-year-old mitten and be like, found this, or like it'd just be little mementos he found around the world of like children of like, oh, here's a shoe or here's a child's shirt or something, and like post about it, and like this makes you think about a life, and like just dumb shit. It's supposed to be wholesome, but it's like, what are we talking about here, dude?
Nah, as soon as the Epstein file, like as soon as Epstein got killed, fucking, I remember Tom Hanks was one of the first ones that fucking fled to Greece.
No, literally. And so people, like, this gets debunked because, no, he was apparently going there as part of a planned anniversary with blah, 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 blah. But it's like, bro, you don't tell me motherfucker gets killed and you fly out the country the same 24 hours. Like, that, what are you fucking talking about? And not to mention, okay, any country you pick, Greece, all the home of pedophilia? Like,
I swear to God,
the
bro.
rooted origins of fucking child fuckers? What are you talking about? Dude.
Nah, that shit's fucked. It's like, I don't know. I hate it because, like, obviously...
And that sucks to me because I just started liking Tom Hanks. I had never seen...
I've always liked him. That's what's fucked up.
I've never seen a lot of Tom Hanks movies.
Dude, I grew up with Saving Private Ryan.
So,
yeah, it hurts.
Before I went to jail, the only Tom Hanks movie I've seen was Toy Stories, right? And in jail, I watched so many Tom Hanks movies, and I loved them all. Captain Phillips, fucking Bridge of Spies or whatever. And, like, I noticed that his movies always be, like, this fucking, like, based on a true story type of shit, and, like, most of them are fucking... Damn. What the fuck was that?
You good?
Yeah.
Something flew by me, I swear to God.
Dude, I don't think nothing flew by you.
Play the clip.
I think a piece of hair fell.
Chat, record that.
God
I
damn
think my
it.
shirt depressed and just went sentient for a second. Sorry.
Oh, hell. All right, let's get on some lighter shit. What do we think the Fallout timer is going to be? Anyone have any
I think
guesses?
it's going to be the new Elden Ring
No
game.
idea.
Or not Elden Ring, fucking...
So
Elder Scrolls.
people don't know there's a Fallout TV show. The season finale is tonight. On their website, the little marketing for the Fallout TV show, there's been a countdown. The countdown ends at midnight. Interestingly enough, the show used to come out around 1 a.m., but they moved it up to 6 p.m. for the last 2 episodes. Now the theory is the episode comes out 6 o'clock. Whatever happens, happens in that. Midnight, they're going to drop something. Obviously, there's a timer for something, right? Now, what that could be, speculated for all sorts of things.
Elder Scrolls 6.
No, so the popular
Which
belief...
I think is stupid. Because why would you call it the Fallout counter?
No, Drake, we're almost done. Stay. Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas are both confirmed remasters in the works. Problem is, Fallout 3, because of an Activision Blizzard leak a while ago, we know it's been in work since 2022. Hypothetically, that means this game could be ready to be shadow dropped tonight. Todd Howard has been on camera, on record, saying they want to do more shadow drops. They just did it with Morrowind. I'm hoping it's good. I've never played Fallout 3, so I'm actually excited for this, but we'll see. If it's just an Unreal Engine slap-on like they did with Oblivion, I'll still play it because, like I said, I haven't played it. But I'm hoping for a ground-up remake type of deal, like a Final Fantasy VII, where they modernize it. You know what I'm saying? Not just new graphics, but
That'd be cool.
I know they like that new graphics thing because old fans like you or whatever. I mean, for like Oblivion, right? They have those same exact glitches they had when you played as a kid because it's the same code. It's just different visuals. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, they took the paintbrush glitch out.
Oh, did they?
They did.
Did they? But they still had your sneak in a corner?
Yeah, the one where you can put a hair tie on the analog sticks. But I will say, the new controllers fucking suck because the analog sticks are like this now instead of...
For what? Xbox?
For Xbox.
Yeah, that's gay. I'm on PlayStation. They're, guess what? Don't have that problem.
Really gay. Well, I use PCs.
Do you guys allow for intermissions? I gotta use the restroom.
We're about to log off anyways. It's been an hour. I just wanted to end it on a lighter subject.
I'll say my last pitch on it. The Fallout show sucks.
I enjoy it.
I'm the contrarian.
I get it. Have you seen all of it, or like season 1?
I have seen season 1. I have seen review snippets of most of the episodes.
Why do you not like it?
Why do I not like it? Because Todd Howard clearly is trying to shit on old fans, particularly with the second season of this
New
show.
Vegas.
Yeah,
See, that's AJ and I have a little theory where
It's not a theory. It's pretty much a proven fact at this point. He hated Obsidian
No, 100%.
for basically making the only reason.
But
Where'd it go?
New Vegas, the only reason people pay attention to Fallout.
I don't know if you knew this. Fallout 5 is going to be based on the events that happened after the show. The show is now canon.
Yeah.
And so our theory is because of that hatred that they're going to use the show to nuke New Vegas because people are like, oh, Fallout 5 is based on the show.
What more damage could you fucking do? Okay, before we wrap this episode up, time out. You're going to bring up fucking Fallout. I'm talking about this right now. The two things I give a shit about the second season is that I know some contrarians that don't like the show disagree, but I felt like they did at least a little bit of lip service for redeeming fucking Mr. House's character arc in the second season. They keep him true to who he actually originally was, even if he was a little bit over the top, which my defense to that is, dude, this is the smartest guy in the fucking world in his universe. His whole plan after the fucking nukes dropped was that he was going to apply his psychological mind to a fucking computer that he can run an entire town with and can run an army with. You think putting a goofy hat on his fucking head and shouting at the fucking cowboy is, above and beyond his fucking character? Like that's the least offensive thing compared to what my big problem with the fucking show is that they basically, like, outside of Mr. House, they used the opportunity to pretty much destroy almost every faction in New Vegas. Oh, the second thing I liked was that Macaulay Culkin as a fucking Legionary was kind of awesome. I wish they did more with him, but let's be real, the writers don't give a shit. And here's my problem. Like, let's be real. Legion kills itself in a civil war due to a fucking comeuppance. Brotherhood kills itself in a civil war over absolute fucking bullshit when in most of the canons in the fucking New Vegas game, the chapter doesn't even exist or is pretty much beyond the point of being irreparable, that most of the chapters probably would have moved on. So the chapter in the fucking Mojave wouldn't even have existed. So it's dumb to even have that there. NCR, of course, is just a joke at this fucking point. Vegas itself gets overrun by fucking death claws. The fucking Kings
show.
Yeah, the show. The Kings get fucking turned into ghouls to just be made as another fucking joke. Like the whole season has been an attempt to get you to hate New Vegas. That's what it fucking feels like.
I like it. But...
You like it if you like the gimmicks from the first season, which is the audience they're trying to get. They want to get the audience that likes the gimmicks, but don't give a shit about the lore. And that's fine if you're into that shit. But do not tell me that this show does the lore any fucking respect. It doesn't.
They do a lot of little Easter eggs, though. That's pretty cool to me.
Fan service. Here, God, I don't have my fucking...
That's okay.
I'm going to make another joke. I don't have my coat on.
The new Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, the third one, tons of fan service, but it's still my favorite Spider-Man movie because of that. Like, what do you mean I get to see the collaboration of all my favorite Spider-Mans?
When he caught fucking Gwen Stacy, bro.
When he caught Gwen Stacy, when Toby has to talk them
those
into
writers
not
give a shit
killing.
about the story they're telling.
Spider-Man doesn't kill, bro.
Dude. Don't do it. He knows it. The blade it bears. He's like, don't fucking do it, bro. You'll never.
The way Andrew Garfield fucking rotates with Gwen Stacy, showing that he's worked on the fucking catch since he dropped his own
him
Gwen
having
Stacy.
that little moment where he's like, you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm like, fuck,
Everybody in the theater. We're all good.
All right, we'll let you all go. Have a good night. Sorry, it's been a while. We'll be back soon.
Take it easy.
Stay soft, dry. Nice, sounds good.